Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Happy New Year. This really is the first time that
Is
we
it
are,
really?
yeah, because we were so crammed with media
That's right.
drives and things going on that January just went.
And we thought it was going to slow down a little bit, but
It-
I can't
it
believe this
didn't.
is the first one since the
Yeah,
beginning of
since the
2022.
beginning of 22. So happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year.
Also happy Tuesday. Today is 2/22/22. So happy 2-day, everybody. I see we got a ton of people here. I'm happy to say that Jacob is here
And
locking
he's
it
got his
down.
Twinkies.
He's got his Twinkies ready, and he's got that button ready, his finger on the button to
The zonk button.
the zonk button to put people in the zonk room if they are going a little out of control with the spam comments. But we are so happy to have you here with us tonight. It's been a crazy journey up to this point, but it keeps getting crazier. But we have some good news to announce.
We do.
What's the news?
We won.
What did we win?
We won.
We won?
We won. We did. Look at
What
these
did we win?
trophies.
Wow.
Yeah, you hold that one.
Oh, I get the little one?
You get the little one. I'm going to hold the
Okay,
big one.
all right.
So we won these trophies from the Texas Auto Writers Association. And this one, the big one, is first place for video. So we actually won first place.
We did.
For our CT4V Blackwing
Yes,
video.
and because of you guys tuning in and watching it, we were able to share all that excitement
Yeah.
with them from VIR.
Yep.
It got
This
us
is
this
it.
beautiful
First
award
place.
with the Texas Auto Writers
I mean,
Association.
seriously, look at this thing.
But that's not the only thing. We got another one.
And this is for social media excellence and crafts for the campaign we did
Yes.
on the CT5V Blackwing.
Yes.
Because we did TikToks and Reels and
That was
the
all
YouTube
her.
video.
That was all her.
So
But we can't do without you guys. It's not just us putting in the work, but it's also you guys being so supportive and watching.
And we knew you guys would be so
we just
happy
wanted to
about it.
share this with you, let you know that we're winners here on the Raiti's Rides family.
Yay.
You're a winner as well, and we get to share it together.
Ooh, aren't those
Beautiful
nice?
awards. And if you're wondering, well, why Texas, Joe? If you guys live in Florida, why is it Texas? Well, as an automotive journalist, it's important to join organizations outside of your state.
Yeah.
So we actually are part of the Texas Auto Writers Association. We belong to
The Midwest.
the Midwest,
Auto Writers.
the Washington, D.C. one.
Yeah.
So we like to get involved because that helps us get you guys access. And Benji is here, our longtime buddy from Walker Ford, who's now
Yes.
living in Tennessee. Benji is here. Thank
Thanks,
you for the
Benji.
super chat, Benji. We really appreciate it. But so far, we've only been on the live here for 2 minutes and 43
And we've
seconds.
got Mario White's here, who's a teacher.
Mario,
He's in
yes.
in the throngs teaching
Yes.
all those students. So thanks.
Look at
Mario.
everybody with the GOAT comments.
know.
You guys are the greatest. We can't do it without you, and it's just so awesome to be able to share it.
Douglas is here too.
Yes.
Thank you guys for coming.
Michael's here. Raymond's here. Scat Pack Bob. I always love reading his comments,
Yes.
especially when a name Scat Pack
Scat
Bob.
Pack Bob.
I mean, I love that.
Scat Pack Bob.
So, and we got Sir Can is here.
You know, and here's a great question from Phantom Muba. Do any snack companies offer to sponsor door pockets and consoles?
You know,
for us?
I wish they would.
You'd
Nobody
think they would,
nobody
don't
has reached out to us, and we
No.
actually tried reaching out to Hostess.
Yeah.
They didn't even give us
They
the
didn't
time of
respond.
day. So
Maybe-
our thing is I'm trying our hardest. We try our hardest to bring you guys the great content, and I know you guys love seeing the content and love talking about the snacks. And whether we're getting paid or not, we're still
We're
going to
still
bring
bringing
it.
the snacks.
But we got Raymond Cruz.
Yep. Congratulations to the GOAT right
Oh,
here.
you're
Thanks,
the
Raymond.
GOAT as well. Thank you, Raymond. We can't do it without you. We got
Kenton.
our local here.
Yes, that we run into at the airports.
Yes,
He
he
says,
says,
you two are awesome. Do you believe Pathfinder QX60 or QX60 will get a hybrid?
I think, Kenton, that's a great question. I think it's going to happen eventually. It's the way of the world. And I know that that would be the next logical step. And I actually love the Pathfinder. I think it's a great SUV.
It
I think they did a
doesn't
great
make
job on the
sense.
redesign.
But no word yet.
No word
on
yet.
it.
No official word yet.
Okay. And then Matt, thank you, Matt. Bling bling, which you all deserve. Love the Jeep review tonight. That emblem just pops. Lori saved the trunk reveal last second. Wasn't that
Yes.
funny? How I stuck.
I know.
We actually planned it, Matt.
Yes. But you know, it's awesome to be able to share the fun. And Matt, thank you so much for that great support.
I planned.
And it's one of those things that you just got to go with the punches as it happens. You know,
you do. You I mean,
when
that
things
when
when
Joe
things go
turned
wrong.
around and he was like, "There it is." I was like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, there it is." Indeed.
And that's not the first time stuff like that happens, but when it does, we got to be on our toes.
Yep.
And we like to bring it to you. So
We got-
thank you, Matt, for the super chat.
We got a super chat from Z, the Apostolic Kid. Where does Lori go when Raiti goes on throttle?
Lori, usually you like to look over the camera footage.
I'm usually editing, reviewing the camera footage to make
taking
sure
a break,
and then TikTok posting,
or taking a break,
taking
yes.
a break is really lovely.
Listen, especially this time of year as it starts to get warmer here in Florida. I know a lot of you are going through snowstorms, and that's why I'm so glad we could bring the content to you to help you stay warm. But you know, sometimes it's just nice to have a break.
It is. But I mean, really, I'm usually editing.
Yeah,
and,
no, you're always
footage,
making sure the sound is working, all that.
Swapping out batteries, things like that.
Yes.
And then let's see here.
But then, so thank you, the Apostate Kid.
Yes.
We got Kirk is here.
Kirk,
our friend Kirk.
South.
Yes, he's way down south in Naples. So great to have you here, Kirk. I'm sure we're going to be seeing you soon.
Say hi to your beautiful 4 girls.
Yes,
4 girls.
4 girls. God bless them.
Yes.
But thanks, Kirk, for being here. And thank you for the super chat. And remember, if you have anything specific you want to ask, super chat is really the best way to go. Obviously, it helps us out, which helps you out. But we're going to really work hard to get through the guests.
Yes, Mark G.
Mark G. He says, you're probably saying to yourself, Mark is here. Well, now I'm saying it out loud. Mark is here. So thank you, Mark, for the super chat. And I'm glad that you're here. We're already at 211 people watching.
Oh, that's
It's only been 6 minutes.
That's awesome.
Roy here, Roy Morgan. What does he say?
You two do good videos. Thank you, Roy.
With the thumbs up.
That. We try.
We can't do it without your support. Jaden is here. He says, how do you like my new set of wheels? Jaden, unfortunately, was rear-ended by actually a hit and run.
That sucks.
And he had to wind up getting a new Hyundai Sonata. So congrats, Jaden. And I know you're thinking about the Mercedes, but glad that you're okay and glad you got a new set of wheels.
And then here's a great question from Will. Lori, how do you not laugh when Joe drops all those one-liners? Will, I have a resolve of steel.
Yes.
First and foremost.
She stares.
I'm extremely focused on getting the best shot possible. But it doesn't always work. There are times that I laugh.
Yes,
it's very
definitely
difficult to not shake the camera. Very difficult.
There's been a couple of times,
especially at the Chicago Auto Show.
Yes.
When we were doing the Jeep specifically, and you guys got to, you need to watch the video. And when we were doing the 3rd row and he did this, I lost it. I lost it. Absolutely.
And then we got Luis Garcia. What does he say?
Hey guys, big fan for a while now. Saw the GR86 selling for $43K. Defeats the purpose of an affordable sports car.
It's crazy.
When will the madness stop?
You know, Luis, first of all, thank you for the super chat and your support. And I feel for everybody out there. It's like you think that the manufacturer is going to make a car that's affordable, and then there's the markup on it. And trust me, Toyota is frustrated. I've talked to my contacts at Toyota. They are frustrated with what dealerships are doing, but unfortunately, there's only so much they can do. I guess the best thing to do is let your fingers do the walking and really search the interwebs for companies out there that are not going to charge these ridiculous markups.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this is unfortunately going to go into 2023. I was hoping that it would be over by 2022, but we'll have to see. There's a lot of things going on in the world, and it's all affecting the supply chain. So
what goes up must come down.
Yes.
That's what I keep reminding myself.
Hold out. If you don't need something right now, try to hold out as long as you can.
And then Jeff Rogers from Canada.
Jeff, thank you from Canada. Great support.
What are your expectations for the Genesis GV60? Love the videos. To the door
panels. Yes, Jeff. I'm kind of excited for the GV60. Obviously, Genesis is on a run with hits with the GV80, the GV70, the redesign of their other vehicles. So I think that it's going to have some good features, good range, because that is an EV. And we're going to have to see in the end what they bring to the table.
Absolutely.
Jaden is back again. He's like, I went with the Mercedes. So what happened was Jaden had the opportunity to get the Sonata.
Yep.
And I guess he was offered the opportunity to get the Mercedes.
I
told him, I said, whatever car makes you happier should be the car that you drive.
That's what you got to do.
Excuse me. But so far,
thank you everybody.
Thank you for the super chat. You guys are so great. Let's see if we can answer some of these questions here. We got Zahir Khan. He says, what's your favorite supercar? If I would have to choose, my favorite supercar of all time is the Ferrari F40. Currently, if I was to get a supercar, I would probably want to buy like a Ferrari F8 Tributo or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Danny wants a Shelby update.
Danny, that's a great question. I hope your Volkswagen Golf R is doing well, by the way, Danny. Shelby is doing great. We're actually going to go to a Cars and Coffee event this Saturday. But everything has been great. Yeah, she's doing great, running well. and I'm looking forward
Just need more time to drive it.
Yes, that's the problem.
That's right.
We're always on the road, but stay tuned for more reviews on her. I'll be bringing it.
Thomas, thank you so much, Thomas Sumrall, for the super chat. Do you guys have any updates on the 23 Sequoia? I'm so excited for the redesign, especially the hybrid powertrain. Thomas,
thank you for the super chat. Great question. Nothing new that's urgent, but just know that they are going to have the great trims like we brought to you, the Capstone. We're going to bring to you some of the other trims like the TRD Off-Road Pro version of the Sequoia. But the hybrid's going to be great. And we're ready to show you more features. Stay tuned because we'll be bringing it to you. That's going to be coming
pretty soon. Yes. Wager, so yeah.
Paintball for life.
Thank you for the super chat. Love the content. What are your thoughts on the new Cadillac Lyric? Are electric cars better than our regular cars of today?
Thank you for the super chat. Very generous of you. I'm not going to say that they're better than regular cars as of right now. I think a lot more work has to go into the EVs. I think once people start seeing ranges of 500 miles, they'll feel a little bit better about it. I actually dig the Lyric. I think it's a great piece of work by General Motors. And General Motors seems to be doing the business with electric vehicles. Yeah. We saw the Silverado EV.
Was
that was a hit at the Chicago Auto Show.
Yeah.
We're going to talk more about that in a second. But we'll see more about the Lyric coming up at the New York Auto Show.
Right.
And definitely once we get our hands. That's in April. So stay tuned for that.
Shiro, thank you for the super chat. Just got a 22 2SS.
Nice.
810, same color as your ZL1. Where in Tampa, St. Pete, can I let this beast rip?
Well, first of all, congrats. You got a great color. And the 1LE, the SS1LE is one of my favorites. You want to go out to the Odessa area.
Yeah.
Go out to Odessa, beautiful area, and not a lot of people around. So that's what I recommend.
Yes. And then Chabby's Rides.
Chabby's Rides.
Thank you, Chabby's Rides. Hey, Joe and Lori, just want to drop in and say hi. Loving the auto show content. You guys rock.
Well, thank you, Chabby's Rides.
So generous.
Very generous of you, and you are really great and supportive. Always like reading your comments and being able to share the car passion. So thank you for that. We really appreciate you.
Jose, thank you for the super chat. Any news about the Next Gen Tacoma?
Jose, I think that as we get closer to the middle of this year, we will get more information on that. So stay tuned. It is coming. You know that it's coming, and I think they're going to bring a lot of the magic that they put in the Tundra into the Tacoma. So it's going to be worth the wait.
Yeah, and then Drew B, let me see.
Drew.
He just wrote, thank you for the video.
Thank you, Drew. You're really great. We really appreciate your super chat. We saw you in there in the comment section.
Thank you,
You're very welcome.
Shorts as well for the compliment.
Yes, Lori has great hair. She is really wonderful, and she does it all.
And Benji was curious to know, if you want to scroll up here for a second, if we're going to make it out to the Dragon in April or May. I'm not sure, Benji. We're going to try.
April is, listen, we are going to be gone next. Let's talk about this now. Let's get it out of the way. What are the upcoming things we got going on? Next week, we're going to be in California for the NSX Type S.
Yep.
Then we're going to be immediately going to Willow Springs for the Porsche 718 GT4 RS. We're going to be doing track duty with that car. And then we have GMC Hummer EV.
Yes.
And then a bunch of other
stuff. A bunch of other stuff that I can't even remember. So
it's crazy.
Louis Garcia.
He's back again.
Any idea when the RC will be redesigned? Currently have a 21 IS 300, but definitely want to get into a coupe in about 2 to 3 years.
It's going to be interesting. I'm thinking that the RC is probably going to be redesigned next year. If they did the IS and did work to that, I'm going to say the RC will be next year. I know they're going to be probably doing the RX this year, so that's why I think that the RC won't be done until next year.
Yeah.
But thank you for the super chat.
And thank you, Cooper Fisher.
Thank you for the super chat.
Down below.
We see you retracted your comment, but if you put it in the comment section, we'll try to read it out.
Thank you, no matter what. And then Bamisi Krishna Duvuri, I hope I did that well.
I think you did great.
Thank you so much for the super chat.
Yes.
Same thing if you want to throw that down below.
Yes.
And then Alec Hunter, keep
with
it up.
The little pair guy.
That's
us at the gym.
I know.
Yes.
That's exactly what I feel like at the gym.
Tony here says your highlights rock.
Thanks, Tony. I really appreciate
her hair is looking great. SoFlo Josh Auto Review says, any word on the Acura Integra Type S? Still too early for that, Josh. First, they're going to release the Integra, and then the Type S will be coming, but too early for any detailed information.
And then Woko Woko, would we ever buy an EV?
As of right now, no. At least I don't know.
I have too much rage anxiety.
Yes.
I mean, that's a real thing. Like anytime we have a precedent vehicle and Joe says
we're going to go. It's electric.
He's like, oh, we're going to go here with it. I panic.
I think if we were to get an electric, you really like the EV6 GT line that we drove.
I do. We spent some really good quality time with the EV6 in California, and I like it a lot, actually. Very intuitive.
And we have the Ioniq 5 coming this week, so stay tuned for that. We got behind the wheel of the Iconic 5. We have almost 300 people watching, so thank you guys for being here. Let's continue. Thank you, YouTube fan. We appreciate that. Oh, wait, no. Waka Waka, we appreciate you.
Yes, thank you so much.
YouTube fan, thank you for the super chat.
Favorite hybrid and EV?
I would say my favorite hybrid right now has got to be the RAV4 Prime.
Okay.
RAV4 Prime, and I really, what's funny is I'm not like the hugest fan of the RAV4, but I just like the technology. And I mean, you can't beat 302 horsepower.
No, you can't. You really
can't.
And
then the EV, I'm going to have to go with the EV6 GT line. I really like what Kia has done with their electric vehicle.
Yeah, it's really different.
And then Jaden Robbins is here again. He says, how do people install stacks in their trucks? It's all about reworking the exhaust. If you rework the exhaust, Jaden, you could run it anywhere. You could run it out the side. You could run it out stacks. You could run it out the back. You could probably run it into the cabin and die of carbon monoxide
poisoning.
Probably
not a good idea?
Not a good idea. I don't condone that.
Okay, good.
Or don't promote it either.
Yes. Cooper Fisher.
Cooper, here we go. Thank you, Cooper.
Yes, 33K limit. What compact SUV would you guys
Easy. CX-5. Mazda CX-5.
Yeah.
I think you would agree.
I do agree. Yeah.
Jaden is back again. He says, someone at my school has a Super Duty with stacks. Well, I can tell you this. They spent some pretty good money doing that, and they got a big truck. I hope they park it in one parking spot and not take up 5. I've seen some people take up 5.
Let's see. There's some, and seriously, Cooper,
yes.
CX-5. Definitely.
Yeah, seriously, Cooper.
I saw some thoughts on the Grand Wagoneer.
I love the Grand Wagoneer. I think the Grand Wagoneer, they did a great job for their return.
But you're afraid of gas prices, but every other option is 10,000.
You know, I get it. I get that you're frustrated with the gas prices, but just like anything else, if you remember back in 2008, gas prices were high, but eventually they went back down.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't predict the future, but you know, like you said, $10,000 more for the other options.
That's true. And thank you, Jacob, for pointing that out. That was really helpful.
Thank you, Jacob. Yes.
Yeah, I hope that helped.
Jacob's the man.
Definitely. Oh, gosh.
We can't do it without Jacob. Jacob, we really can't. Oh, update. Danny says updates on the Gr Corolla next month, right? Next month, March. Or
yes. End of next month.
End of next month.
Beginning of
we are going to see the new Gr Corolla. I am so excited for this car. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be unveiled publicly, I believe. Don't quote me on this, but it's going to be at the drift competition in California, Formula Drift. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be hot, and I can't wait.
Okay.
We got Daniel Clifford.
Yep. Thoughts on the Blackwing Escalade? What do you think horsepower will be on throttle?
You know, Daniel, I think if Cadillac does it the best way, it's going to be the same thing that you find in your CT5V Blackwing.
I would hope so.
668 horsepower.
But are we thinking that it's going to be more of a Blackwing line, like a?
No, I don't think.
You don't think so?
I mean, it's a V. It's a Cadillac V. So
is it, or is it part of the V family?
It is part of that is part of the V family.
I know, but you know.
I know what you're saying. A watered down V.
That's what
we'll have to wait and see. I think that it'll at least have 420 horsepower because the current Cadillac Escalade has 420 horsepower.
Good to know.
I think 550 or more, and it's a plus.
Yeah.
If it's 668, let's go with it.
Okay.
That's what I say.
Sounds good to me.
Can you review the M240i? Guess what, Richard? We have that coming this week.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Matt is back. Matt, thank you so much for the super chat.
Yes, Matt.
Own a 2022 Titan Pro 4X. What does Nissan have to do to get this truck into more people's hands? It's such a good truck for the money.
You know, I totally agree with you, Matt. And I think that Nissan doesn't know what to do. You know why? Because they're going to be killing off the Titan. So
yeah,
that the Titan is going to be meeting its demise very soon. So I don't think.
Will they replace it, or are they just done with
I think they're done with full-size trucks.
Wow.
I think they are. Tony.
Oh my
Matt,
God.
first of all, thank you for that super chat. Tony, that's very generous of you. You didn't have to do that.
Thank you
we really
so
appreciate
much,
you. You're a really good guy, and I always love reading his comments. I love reading his Instagram messages he sends me, and we always talk about the good old days. We always talk about the good old days. But thank you, Tony. You're a really great guy, and we really appreciate your support. We appreciate everybody's support. We have over 300 people here.
That's really awesome.
And you know, this, like I said, the super chats allow us to go to the events and bring you more content.
Yeah.
That's Chicago. thank you to all of you. We were able to do Chicago Auto Show.
Almost 20 cars.
We did almost 20 cars.
And several other Instagram, TikTok.
Tomorrow is finally the last car. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's a hot one. Wait, just wait. Oh my gosh,
thank you, Tony. And let's see, Obi Gems, thank you for the super chat. Love the auto and snack matchups. Watching from SoCal.
Awesome.
Will you ever give us a 90s auto review? He has a 99 tuned Civic.
You know, first of all, thank you for the super chat. I want to do more. The challenge is just getting access. I've done some 90s. What's interesting, the 90s vehicles that I've done have been those JDM imports.
Yes.
Through
I think the last one we did was
the GTR. Yeah. 90, no, it was a 92.
92 GTR.
92 GTR. So we'll see. I would like to get more of that on there for you guys. And that's the thing is, I want to open up the gambit and do more vehicles. The question is getting access to it.
Yes.
I got a good question from Joshua. Are you going to review the Kona N and the Elantra again soon? Yes, it should be coming soon once we get it as a press fleet vehicle. Did we get everything?
We are caught up.
All right, awesome. You're doing a great job.
Jaden is back. Thank you for following my new Instagram page.
Unfortunately, yes, Jaden, that's great. Unfortunately, Jaden's Instagram page was hacked, and
that happens.
He had to start up a new one.
And then Ron, thank you, Ron. Hey, Joe and Lori, how's the ride of the 2022 Cadillac CT5V Blackwing compared to a Hellcat as performance and reliability? Great channel.
Well, thank you, Ron, for the super chat. Great question. I think that the magnetic ride suspension in that Blackwing is probably one of the best suspensions in the auto industry, bar none.
It's an amazing
I feel like the car is better put together. I still love the Charger Hellcat. I mean, the Hellcat is just so raw. If you want that raw straight line performance,
but the Blackwing you can get in a manual.
That's the way to go. And the Blackwing you can get in a manual.
And that's the big difference, right?
I mean, that's the difference when you're getting if you want a manual and automatic, but if you're talking about like how does it ride, the magnetic ride suspension is where it's at.
Right.
But if you want ultimate tire burning horsepower, then it's going to be the Hellcat. The Blackwing is definitely able to go fast in a straight line and go fast in the turns, whereas the Charger Hellcat is held up a little bit in the turns because of its weight.
I want to support Jacob here and say thank you,
Jacob.
Thank
you,
guys,
Jacob.
Don't spam or you're going to get zonked.
Isaac, I still have the GT350. Yes, the GT350 is still here.
Yes. Mach-E thoughts. Lucas wants to know.
Mach-E, we've done a couple reviews on them. I think it's a fine electric vehicle. I just don't call it a Mustang. But I still think that Ford did a great job with their first attempt. And definitely. And you don't want a Tesla. I think the Mach-E is a great EV.
And then Austin wants to know thoughts on the Lotus Emira. Please do a review of the Lotus as soon as you can get your hands on one.
Austin, Lotus makes some really awesome cars, and it's a shame that they don't get more love from more people, and it's a shame that there's not more dealerships that sell them. Fingers crossed, hopefully we will be able to track one down. I think it's hot. I think it's sexy. And the best news is you could get it with a 6-speed manual transmission.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the bottom line.
That's true. Let's see.
We are Team Wrangler.
What was the question?
The question is, are you Team Wrangler or Team Bronco?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going Wrangler. I'm going Wrangler. Yeah. Not that the Bronco is bad or anything, but I'm going Wrangler.
Yeah. Let's see. A dedicated painter wants to know, should I keep my Charger Scat Pack wide body for a few years or get a Hellcat now?
Well, put it this way. If you want to buy brand new, the Hellcat's only going to be around. The Charger and the Challenger are only going to be around until 2024. So if you want to hold on to it for one more year and then pull the trigger, that's what I recommend. But guys, I know everybody's talking about how they need to redesign the car and they need to redesign the interior. They're killing the car off. This is it. So get them while you can.
And then
I saw Jaden had a super chat. I believe.
Yes, he does.
Jaden has another super chat.
Why are the 1960s considered the best car era?
Well, I don't know if it's the best car era. I think a lot of people that are out there love the 50s and 60s because design was just really at such a fine point, and the vehicles, there were so many great cars, and it was really the golden age of just car history, to be honest with you.
A lot of milestones.
A lot of technology.
Yeah. Yeah, and people really started, I think, shopping for cars that
style. And I think what happened too is that the baby boomers, in the 60s, they were old enough to buy cars,
right? And
the auto manufacturers made some really fun, cool cars to influence them to buy their particular product.
Yeah, and people really got into cars after that. Yeah, for sure. All right.
Do you want to talk about the Chicago Auto Show real
yes,
quick?
and
let's talk about the Chicago Auto Show. Larry, thank you for that super chat. We really appreciate it. He says, no question, you guys are the best. We can't do it without you, Larry.
Yes.
But going back to the Chicago Auto Show.
Somebody had asked about, what we thought about I'm sorry, I forgot your name. What did you guys think of the Chicago Auto Show? So what were your hits? And
what did we talk about?
So one of the things that we noticed was there were a lot of people missing.
Yes, one of the zonks of the show, I think, there weren't some of the big brands. No Audis, no Mercedes-Benz, no Porsche, no Cadillac, no Acura, no Honda. So that was a little worrisome. I still think they did a great job with the Chicago Auto Show. And like Lori said, I mean, we were able to get 20 cars together for you guys. But, still, but that was a major zonk. Luis Garcia has another super chat. He says, any idea how reliable EVs are? Well, the good news about EVs is there's not a lot of parts to them. Besides the electric motors and the battery packs, there's not a lot to them. So you actually have less maintenance costs than on a regular conventional car. The problem is that obviously EVs have not been around super duper long mainstream to where we know how long these battery packs last. And the bad news about EVs is that the battery packs are not recyclable. That goes right into a landfill. Yeah. What else did we have for the Chicago Auto Show?
Well, we kind of were thinking that the Dodge area was a little skimpy.
The Dodge area, yes. We got some great content from Dodge, but the area overall was a little skimpy.
They were kind of crammed in, in the back corner.
And what else?
Pretty disappointed that we couldn't find the GT500 Heritage Edition.
No, Ford did not have the GT500 Heritage Edition.
Thing we looked for.
I really wanted to see that. I wanted to review it for you guys, especially in the special color combination.
Yep.
It wasn't there. And then another zonk, I think, was the Nissan concept trucks. Now, I like the exterior. They were awesome on the outside. I just wish Nissan would have done a little something, maybe some different seats, different steering wheel, stitching, something.
A little different color, yeah.
But those were some of our zonks, some of our hits from the Chicago Auto Show. Definitely the Nissan Z.
And that Boulder Gray.
That Boulder Gray was, I thought it was hot. I thought it was hot.
It looked really great.
Really, really great. What else was
the Denali Ultimate?
The Denali Ultimate.
It looked really, really good.
And the tech.
Yeah,
the tech.
It was impressive. And then the Silverado.
EV cool. was definitely impressive, especially with that folding midgate.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yes.
We got another super chat from Jaden. Thank you, Jaden, for tonight. He says, "How does the federal government buy federal vehicles? How are rental cars purchased by a company and registered in the various states?" Well, great news, Jaden. It's the same question. It's the same answer for both questions. It's all done through a whole reason of allotment. So basically, there's fleet vehicles that they buy from the manufacturers that are bought for the government or for like Hertz. They'll buy specifically vehicles that are made to be rental vehicles. Just like the government will buy vehicles that are specifically made for their intended purpose. Like a police car. A police car is built by the factory, but it doesn't come with all the lights and all that.
Right.
All that is done locally.
Makes sense.
So there you go.
Thank you.
How about some of these other questions?
We've got some really great questions here. Gary wants to know if we're going to review a 2022 GMC AT4X and if we're going to be going to the New York Auto Show.
We are definitely going to the New York Auto Show. When is it?
It is in April.
It's in April. And I do want to get more of the GMCs, especially the AT4X.
We want to do that.
We are waiting.
Yes.
It's terrible, the supply chain, especially living in Florida, because think about where those trucks are built. It takes a while for them to come to us. Raheel, one of our good friends, one of our very good friends, who works at Dimmitt Chevrolet, showed us a window sticker that was faded, not from sitting at the dealership, sitting at the lot, at the shipping lot, waiting to be loaded.
That's crazy.
Remember that?
That blows my mind. We have a super chat from Sebastian Gata. Thank you, Sebastian. Hey, when you go to the back seat, do you move the seat all the way forward or do you sit behind yourself? Also, S60 or TLX 2.0 turbo. Keep up the great work.
Well, Sebastian, those are two great questions. First of all, let me answer the easy one. No, we do not really move the seats. If I do, I usually tell them.
Yeah.
Especially if I have to really move the seat.
Yeah.
But very rarely do I ever move the seat
very
super
rarely
far.
do we ever move the seat, period.
No. And then second of all, I would go with the TLX 2-liter turbo. I think it's a great platform, especially, you know, with the way they have the technology. Yeah, I like the TLX. It doesn't have a touchscreen, but I still like it.
You know, you get used to it. You know, I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Roy, thank you for the
thank you for the super chat. Great question. He says, what is the warranty on EV cars? It depends on what brand that you buy from. I know that, for example, Hyundai still has their 10-year bumper, not 10-year, but 10-year on the motors and the battery pack, and they have their 5-year bumper to bumper. Right. So, but not every brand is like that. So you got to do your due diligence in your research.
So the warranties are not going to be different for EVs than they are, at least
it might not be. At this point, for the most part, they're not.
Okay.
Unless they're better. In some cases, they're better.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I know with the RAV4 Prime, I know it's not an EV per se, but Toyota does warranty the battery pack for 7 years. Okay. Which is longer than bumper to bumper.
So it's going to differ by manufacturer.
Yes.
Jaden wants to know why rental cars, oops, I lost it. Why rental cars are registered in various states.
Well, because of all the different rental car agencies that we have.
State to state.
Yes.
That makes sense. Thank you both so much for your super chats. Carl has a super chat. Thanks, Carl.
Thanks, Carl.
And he says, thanks for your great alpha videos. Tenali is coming.
Yes, Tenali is coming. We're excited for it.
Yeah, we thought we saw it.
We thought we saw it at Chicago Auto Show.
It wasn't.
But we will hope, we're fingers crossed, it should be at the New York Auto Show, I'm going to guess. So
this is
stay
so
tuned.
Cute. NG just said he searched up GOAT and this live came out.
That's pretty
awesome.
crazy. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And then thank you, Alan, for the super chat. My father is FHP. Oh, did I miss one? Sorry.
That's Alan.
Oh, it jumped. Alan, thank you. The new Ford Ranger Raptor dropped last night here in Australia. Have you checked it out yet?
Alan, I sure did check it out. I think it looks pretty killer. I'm definitely going to be excited to see the U.S. version. You guys are lucky to get dibs on it first. But
what time is it in Australia?
Yeah,
right now,
it's got to be like
thank you so much for
12-hour
joining
difference
us.
or something.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah,
great to have you here, Alan.
Thank you so much. And then Louis
Garcia, thank you, Louis, for being so generous tonight.
Very generous. And this was when I was reading. My father's FHP. We're not facing any issues with car shortage. How? He says they have plenty of cars, charges to be specific.
Well, what I'm learning is it all comes down to how cars are optioned. Mm-hmm. For example, there's still people waiting for their Ford Bronco that put their order in as soon as the order books open that have not gotten their Bronco, where other people who maybe ordered their Bronco more recently have gotten their Bronco. It's because of how it's optioned.
Yes.
If there are certain things that the manufacturers are waiting on or having problems with, it's going to take that much longer now. So the chargers that the FHP use, obviously those aren't Scat Pack wide bodies or something like that, which I'm sure the FHP officers wish.
Oh, yeah.
They're not. And that's why they're able to get access to those a lot faster.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Great question, Louis.
Very great question. And then Mike, thank you for the super chat, Mike. Are you guys able to get your hands on a redesigned C-Class anytime soon? Keep up the great work.
Mike, fingers crossed. I have not been up to our local Mercedes-Benz dealer in a while because we have been on the road so much. So we've been so busy, not at home, that it's been hard to go to our usual local dealers. But hopefully we'll have some time.
We have 4 media events in January.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, but we're trying our best, and stay tuned. We're going to do whatever we can to bring it to you.
Yes. Alex Garcia is here with the super chat. Have you had a sneak peek at the new Dodge EV? If so, how much can you share with us without getting in trouble?
Well, with the Dodge EV, I've seen some sketchings and drawings of it. There's still a lot of question of how much horsepower it's going to have. What's the overall shape going to be? But unfortunately, Dodge is being very tight-lipped, and I think they have to be careful because think about it. Charger and Challenger are really their bread and butter, and if those go away, whatever they bring better be really good, or they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then Jaden, how can you specifically identify a rental car?
Well, there's a couple ways, Jaden. Usually there is some type of barcode that is on the windshield somewhere that gets scanned when you leave the rental car agency and when you bring the rental car back to the agency. Sometimes you might see some other markings, but other than that, you gotta look at the windshield and see if you see that barcode.
And if you're buying one that used to be a rental car, wouldn't it say fleet vehicle?
Usually,
yeah. And then Lexus Bruh 904. Thank you for the super chat. Love the content. I'm wondering if y'all had heard about Next Gen Integra. Yes. Really hoping the prototype we saw gets tweaks to actually resemble an Integra RSX.
You know, Lexus Bruh, first of all, thank you for the super chat. I don't think it's going to change much. I really don't. I think that Acura only has so much flexibility because, unfortunately, if they built us, and when I say us, the true enthusiasts, the car that we want, I don't think they're going to sell many.
Yeah.
I think they need to be careful. I'm hoping that maybe once the 4-door launches, they'll come out with a 2-door version and make it more what us traditionalists consider an Integra or RSX.
Right.
But as of right now, I think that this is the best that they can do based off the parameters that they have and the costs. You know, think about when Honda brought us the Accord, they gave us a 6-speed manual. Nobody was really buying them. And because of that, they had to stop making it.
And I do think it looks better in person, the prototype.
You got to see it in person, outside.
They had it
outside
at Daytona when we were there last month. And it's funny because I was actually sitting down, taking a break and just watching and looking. And I heard multiple people say, wow, this looks better.
It looks better. Yeah. So that's another thing. Wait until you see it in person. But thank you for the super chat, and we're going to see what happens.
Joshua Pump, thank you. Any news on the Type R and the Integra? We just talked about that.
Well, we talked about the Integra. The Type R, it's coming. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to get behind the wheel.
Very excited about it.
Yeah, we'll see how it's going to go. But
we don't have any new
news.
We keep bothering everybody we can.
Trust me, we're trying. We're trying to dig, but stay tuned.
Yes, I think we maybe skipped over.
Did a hop?
It hopped.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
Okay, yes, Jeff Rogers from Canada. I'm surprised more manufacturers can't find a better way to integrate their infotainment systems into the dash rather than the tablet style. You and me both, Jeff.
You know, I'm feeling your pain on that one. It would be nice if they could somehow figure out a way to better get it in there. I think Jeep did a great job with the Grand Cherokee and the Wagoneer.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite things is how the screen is nice and clean.
Yep. I was a little disappointed with how Volkswagen's doing the GTI.
Yeah. I know you can't stand that one.
I need a volume knob. I need climate controls.
And it's just like there. It's just
too much.
Jaden's back again. Thank you for the super chat. He says, "What's the purpose of windshield barcodes?" They need to make sure, Jaden, the rental car companies need to make sure what is coming in and what is coming out. It's the same thing as when your cashier at the grocery store scans an item. It's not just for you buying it, but they need to make sure that they keep inventory of what is on the shelf and what is selling.
Okay.
And then LeVar Johnson, thank you for that super chat. LeVar, if you have any other questions, we'll keep an eye out for you. We got another super chat from Sebastian. He says, Accord 2.0 2-liter turbo or Stinger 2.5 turbo? Well, that's a good question. I like the overall looks of the Stinger better than the Accord. And I feel like you're getting a little bit more car, if that makes sense. But I think the better driver is going to be the Accord when it comes to feedback. But I do like the Stinger because it is rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive you could get. So it really, you can't go wrong with either one. If you want better communication through the steering wheel, I would say go with the Accord. Remember, the Stinger is being killed off after this year.
And then your R-Change 83 wants to know your thoughts if Toyota will update the 4Runner to look like the Sequoia and the Tundra for 2023.
I think it's going to have some styling resemblance. I know that Toyota is working on making sure that each one looks distinctive. And if you look at the front of the Sequoia, it definitely looks a little different than the front of the Tundra. So expect the changes to come, and it should have some of those similarities there.
Okay, great. And then Mark Baptiste, thank you, Mark. Any news on the 22-23 Grand Cherokee SRT hashtag on throttle?
Mark, thank you for the super chat. We love having you here.
And the hashtag.
And the hashtag.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to happen, brother. You know, if Dodge is saying they're getting rid of the Charger and Challenger by 2024, that means that Jeep would have to bring this out like ASAP. So I'm hoping they do. I just don't think it's going to happen because I feel like they would have already done that.
Danny wants to know if the Supra is going to get a manual transmission this year.
You know, this year, no way, Danny. Not going to happen this year. Some people are expecting that eventually in the life cycle of the Supra that it's supposed to happen. I've heard those mutterings, but nothing as of right now. Definitely not 2022.
Well, I just want to thank LeVar for doing a double
LeVar,
super
that's
chat.
really nice of you, man. You're a really
So
nice guy. We really
nice.
appreciate that. You guys are so freaking supportive. We can't do it without you.
And so LeVar wants to know, what are your thoughts on the Toyota Highlander XSE, my dream car, but I went with the 2019 Honda Civic Touring.
Well, you know, I think that you can't go wrong with the Civic Touring,
Absolutely.
so nothing wrong with that. The Highlander XSE, I think, really allows you to have that sporty feel, but have the 3-row flexibility.
Yeah. Yeah, we've
Really?
got quite a few reviews on the Highlander. It's definitely a nice one. For sure.
We got thank you for this double super chat, LeVar.
Yes,
we
thank
appreciate
you,
you.
LeVar.
And congrats on your Civic Touring.
I love the Civic.
Yes.
Mike Nichols, thank you so much for the super chat.
Yes.
Mach 1 Mustang or Charger Orange Edition?
I think in the end, I'm going to have to go Mach 1 Mustang.
Okay,
just
why?
because manual transmission, the way it handles. I rather, if he would have said Challenger, then maybe I would have had
what
a
if
little.
it was an, well, I mean, if you had to, never mind.
Very nice.
Sounds good.
Yes, thank you.
I like it. Mark wants to know, any word on the new Mazda 6?
Not yet, Mark. Expect 2023 or 2024 for the new Mazda 6. Obviously, it is going to happen. It's going to be rear-wheel drive, and it is going to have a straight 6 turbocharged engine. Okay. Somebody asked, I forgot who it was. They were asking me my thoughts on the Maserati MC20. I think it's beautiful. I think it's sexy. I want to get my hands on one to drive.
Yeah, no kidding.
Dwight S says Bullet Mustang over Mach 1. I would say Mach 1, Dwight. And the reason why is I love the way the Bullet Mustang looks. But when you go Mach 1, if you go manual transmission, you get the Tremec. And that's like way better.
So that's what I was going to ask. If you go automatic Mach 1 and you put that up against the Dodge Charger Hemi Orange Edition,
I think I would have to. Yeah, but
I
would go Challenger.
Okay.
Because I want a 2-door.
But they're not doing the Hemi Orange Edition in the Challenger.
Yeah, I think I don't know. That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah, very good question.
Yes, thank you.
Super chat me.
Let me super chat this. Joe Raiti, guys. See if he does.
Cars and Coffee, Palm Beach soon. Hopefully, Sean. I'm hoping. I don't know what Saturday that's on. I need to find out. Sonata N-Line or Accord 2-liter turbo. Man, that's a tough choice.
That is a tough one.
I think if you want that extra style and definitely the extra technology, I would go Sonata N-Line. I mean, it's a fun car to drive.
Yeah, it is.
Freddie, I would say that's Freddie, right? Without the E.
I'm going to say that's Freddie 0107. Thank you, Freddie. BMW fanatic, but their EV is a disappointment. Will they have an X-Drive system as an option across their trim levels?
Yes, they will. Yes, they will have the X-Drive option. And I feel your pain about the EVs from BMW.
The interiors are nice.
The interiors are nice. Exterior just looks a little too much.
Yeah. Plumber WRX, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Joe and Lori, I hope you're having a great night. That's fair.
We are having a great night because we're here with all of you. We have almost 400 people watching tonight.
God.
Before I forget, before we get to Darth Zed and his super chat, before I forget, we're going to be doing a 750K celebration here on Raiti's Rides live once we hit the 750K. Now, you may ask yourself, Joe, you said the word giveaways. What do we have to do to win? Well, guess what? We are not like the other channels out there where they make you do 5 different steps. You know, draw a picture, send it to your friend, pick your nose, and then send that to your girlfriend from high school. We just want you to go to Raiti'sRides.com and register your email. It's as simple as that. And the only reason why we have you do that is because we want to send out monthly newsletters
Which we haven't done.
of what's going. We've been slammed.
I know we've been really busy,
but we want to. Yes, we want to send out monthly newsletters. So all you need to do, if you have not yet, if you've already done it for previous giveaways, you're good to go.
Yeah.
But if you're new to the family, the Raiti's Rides family, and you want to be part of this giveaway, and we're going to have some pretty big things we're giving away. Make sure you register.
It's just Raiti'sRides.com.
Raiti'sRides.com.
Go to the contact us page, enter in your email, and
that's it.
The end. And then we'll have it. It's stored.
And
in the back end, and then I pull everything, get rid of all the duplicates.
And we will,
put your email
don't put 20 of your email. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
But we want to have the giveaways. We want to make it fair, and we don't want you to have to jump through hoops. Now, if other YouTube channels do that, and that's part of their thing, that's fine. I have no problem with what they do.
You can still draw a picture and send it to your girlfriend.
Yes. But here on Raiti's Rides, you don't have to jump through a hoop to try to win something. We just want you to try to win something. So all you got to do is register your
we
email.
just want you to enjoy and have some fun.
Yes. So let's get back to the super chat.
Darth said, thank you
for the super chat. He says, sorry if someone asked already. I just logged on. Any ideas when you're going on throttle with the new Z? Here is the great news, Darth Zed. Nobody has asked that question yet. Second of all, thank you for being here. And third of all, I just got confirmation from one of our Nissan contacts that we will be getting an invitation to the media drive event. I don't know when it is yet, but I will know very soon.
Because they're
so
going to be
stay
sending
tuned.
that to us very
Yes.
soon.
So stay tuned.
So
we're going to be bringing it to you first. I promise. I promise that.
Yes.
Bells. He says, hi guys, thoughts on the new Mazda CX-50? Thanks again for the blooper reel.
Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed
We
it.
love sharing the bloopers with you guys. They're a lot of fun.
My favorite.
Mazda CX-5 looks killer. Guess
CX-50.
what? CX-50. I'm sorry, CX-50. CX-5 looks great too. CX-50 looks killer. We're going to be driving that next month or March.
And March is next month.
Oh, March is next month.
Isn't that great?
Yes, we're going to be driving it next month. So stay tuned, Bells. We'll have more information, but I think it looks killer.
Yeah, for sure.
We got
Plasma Data.
Hopefully we got that right.
Yes.
Integra question. With your initial impressions in LA, how excited are you for the Integra? And at 200 horsepower, do you think it could compete? And what max price would you say the value will still be there? So I thought it looked great under the lights in LA. I thought it looked even better outside in the sun in Daytona. When it comes to the horsepower, Civic Si is a blast to drive. That has 200 horsepower. We've seen that on paper on dynos, it actually has more than 200 horsepower.
Yep.
Even though Honda says it has 200 horsepower. That car is a blast to drive. So I think that the initial Integra with the 200 horsepower, turbocharged inline 4 and a manual transmission is going to be a blast. I'm going to say if pricing for the SI is around $28,000, I think for the Integra, same equipment, will probably be around $32,000, $33,000.
Yeah.
That's what my guess is. Yeah. But I'm excited for it. Even though it doesn't look like the original, it can't. It can't. We live in a different world.
Nobody liked the original.
Well, originally.
Until
the Type R version. Yeah, until the Type R version came in.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome question. Yes. All right. David from Canada's here. Hey, from Ontario. Hey.
Hey.
Is that how you do it?
Hey.
I don't know how you say it.
Hey, David. Thanks for being here. And it's funny. I lived outside of Ontario. Well, not outside of Ontario. I lived in Ontario, outside of Toronto, in a small town called Bowmanville.
Yes.
When I was racing cars.
Yes, you did.
That was a very long time ago.
Yes, you did.
Hey, Joe, will the CX-5 get replaced with the CX-50? No, Four Guys videos. They will still have the CX-5 because the CX-50 is going to be more of an Outback fighter rather than a Forester fighter.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that. And then it says, yes, sir. Joe, don't lose your humbleness. We came to respect and love now that you're super famous. Well, thank you for saying that.
I don't think he's super famous.
I don't think I'm super famous. I'm just being me. I just talk about cars. I've talked about cars like this ever since I was a kid. I talk about cars like this now, and it's just great to have you guys along for the ride. And now I really have somebody to talk to. There was a long time in my life, especially when I used to teach. You would not believe how many school teachers are not into cars.
Really?
And I would sit there and I would listen to them talk about like education stuff. And I'm just like, this is boring. I want to talk about cars.
Yes.
And I would have to talk to myself.
Well, that's really sad.
It is sad. But now I have all of you guys to talk about. And I know some of you want me to shut up, but I love talking about it.
That's very cute.
Yes.
You're very cute.
Thank you.
More super chats.
More super chats. Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick. You're awesome. If you have a question, we'll look in the comment section.
Yes. And then Sebastian Gata, any plans for a 2.0 naturally aspirated 6-speed Civic hatch?
Sebastian, we do have plans. The only challenge right now is literally getting to the dealership before one is sold. Our good buddy Sam at Tampa Honda, we were about to do a sport manual and it wound up selling.
Oh, man.
I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, it was crazy. This is funny. Mark Andre Moses says, I'd love to see you driving in the snow.
Which we have. We have. Watch our Pathfinder from Montana.
May of last year. Yes. And then Able TV Games, thank you for the super chat. Yes. Blessings for both. I'm waiting for the review for the Lucid car.
Yes, we are trying to get in contact with Lucid to get access.
Because we're down here in Florida.
Yes, so they're in California. Fingers crossed we can make it happen. We'll see.
Yes. Benji, you're hilarious.
What did he say?
He's like, look at Lori over there trying not to lose it. Yes,
Oh.
I was laughing just a little bit.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so let's take a look at some of these other things here. When is the GR, which we've kind of gone over? What's up, Joe? Where are you guys from? Well, I actually am from St. Louis, but I've been here for about 10, 15 years now.
Yep.
So Midwest girl.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I've been here since I was 10.
Since you were 10.
Since I was 10 years old.
And you still have the New York accent. I know you guys.
I don't think
Wait
so.
till he gets around his mom and his dad, who are both from Bensonhurst and Italian. And woo,
watch out. Is it raining in Florida? No, not right now, Patrick.
Yes.
They're saying rain is supposed to come Sunday. Believe it or not, today it was like 82 degrees.
Okay, so can you?
I know everybody up north is cursing us right now.
I know, right? Let's see.
Papa Shango, the Impala, I don't think is going to come back. If it does, it's probably going to be an electric vehicle. But we'll see.
Tintin is wondering if you think the Supra is going to be faster than the Z.
I don't know. I think it's going to be freaking close. I think it's going to be close. I think that the Z is going to be a better driving car.
Yeah.
Especially with the availability of a 6-speed manual.
Yeah,
I do. I do.
Yeah, well, and it's smaller.
Yeah.
Okay, what are some good Miata alternatives? AV Tweet wants to know.
Well, you could, of course, find a pre-owned Fiat 124 Spider.
Okay.
BRZ.
Yep.
GR86.
Yep.
And that's about it.
Sounds about right.
Maybe a Mini.
Yeah.
Mini Cooper S.
Yeah. I mean, I would say check out a Mini too. If you really want a convertible.
I know they surprised you.
Yes. Yeah. That's my favorite.
Do you think Ford will electrify the Bronco? I don't think anytime soon, Brandon, because the CEO of Ford said that Mustang and Bronco will continue their internal combustion engine development.
Raheem, thank you for the super chat, Raheem.
Yes, Raheem.
What do you guys think about the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Veloce? Thinking about getting one this weekend, more like family sport SUV everyday driving.
Well, Raheem, that's a very good question. I think a lot of people are curious about Alfa Romeos. I think it's a great looking car. I think it drives really well, and it stands out from the crowd. Obviously, there's that reliability issue that a lot of people talk about, but it does come with a full warranty. And if you're buying brand new and you have the warranty, I think you'll be fine. And why not have something unique
that you enjoy?
Yeah.
And then Lock Fam, thank you for the super chat, Lock. Love your consistent content. By the way, should engine cup holders be standard on all cars?
Only the ones that you got to work on a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. Yes.
That's really funny. Okay.
Would you get a 2022 Super WRX? Omar wants to know.
Okay.
I actually thought about it, but I'm going to hold out for the STI and see what happens. I'm also excited about this Type R. I really, really am. Danny says, when will you guys be driving the 2023 Corvette Z06? That probably won't happen until May.
And Rich wants to know, what car do I drive? I have a Mini Cooper S convertible.
Yes. Yeah. British Racing Green.
Yeah. It's really awesome.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Maserati QP Trofeo versus AMG 4-door.
I would have to go with the AMG 4-door.
Nice. Abu Kar Omar has been asking this multiple times.
Yes.
What's my favorite non-luxury SUV? I would go with the Kia Telluride.
Yeah, you do love the Telluride. Wait, we have somebody up here who's a school teacher. Tony, thank you for that super chat, by the way, man. Your super chat is still hanging up there.
I know, my goodness.
Very, very generous of you.
LM119. I'm an elementary teacher hoping to get a midsize SUV in the future. I have a 2012 Escape. Does the Ford Edge have better ride quality, or stick with the Escape?
I don't think the Edge really has better ride quality. I think, especially with the new new Escape compared to your 2012, you're going to find a big change in the way that it rides. Yes,
definitely. Yeah, the updated.
LeVar's back again. Thank you, LeVar.
Will you ever come to the Houston Auto
Show?
We
want to. We're looking at Dallas shows.
The
we're looking at Texas
Fairs.
Texas State Fairs on our calendar.
That's on our calender for this year.
But we will definitely let you guys know so we can do a meet and greet. We still have almost 400 people watching.
Wow, that's amazing.
Freaking awesome. You guys are great.
Able TV Games, can't wait to see your face testing the speed of the Tesla Plaid.
Yeah,
we're trying to find one. We have some friends that have them, but they all live all over the U.S.
Yeah, so. we need somebody to step up to the plate and let me drive theirs. So that we could share this with the rest of you, because I'm excited for it. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And then Jonathan, thank you for the super chat. Should I buy the Kia Stinger even though Kia is going to discontinue it?
Yes, I do think that you should, because if you really like the car, just because they're getting rid of it doesn't mean they're not going to make parts for it. By law, car companies have to make parts for at least 10 years, if not more, once a car is taken away. So don't be worried about parts. Don't be worried about any of that kind of stuff. I think you should jump on one if you want a brand new one because they are going bye-bye.
Yeah. And then Dominic wants to know, why are these people screaming New York Italian?
Listen, I get this question a lot in my reviews. I'm Italian and I come from a family of 6 kids. This is how I talk.
It's like all the time.
The great news about Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides is take them or leave them. I'm not putting on a show. I don't put on a front.
Well, and
I don't act like somebody else.
That you just turn the volume down a little bit.
I'm me.
That's all.
That's how I am.
And then Broly V from Canada.
Here, I'll talk like this. Hey guys,
talk like that.
This is Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. Welcome to the channel. Let's take a look at this car here. Boy, does it look good. You don't like that?
No,
all right. All right, you ready to record? You ready to film?
Please stop.
Okay. I better stop.
Yes, okay. Broly V says, when will the Integra Type S be a Type R equivalent?
I think that will not happen until next year.
Okay.
I think we need to first see the car be released, and then eventually they will bring it.
Okay, that makes sense. And thank you, Broly V, for the super chat. Stay Low Boys says, will Toyota ever make a manual for that Mark V?
That's the big question. We'll have to wait and see. Some people are speculating that, they promised that each year they were going to do something special. This year, it's the carbon fiber edition. Next year, what is it going to be? It could be a manual transmission. We'll have to wait and see.
I have to respond to Paul.
Yes.
Paul says, to the door panel, that should be on a T-shirt. Famous quote by Joe. Paul, I need to tell you something secret.
Yeah, tell him now. Go ahead.
The T-shirt has been made.
Yes, T-shirts are coming, guys, to the Raiti's Rides merch store. We're going to have to the door panel shirts.
I'm going to have to zonk it.
I'm going to have to zonk it on throttle.
Like a really good one.
Really good one. Really good.
And how many Twinkies?
Yes. These are all coming.
They're really good.
And they look really great. Yes. We actually had a graphic designer design them for us.
Yes, his favorite one was the Twinkies.
Yes, because we can't draw for crap. Yeah.
I tried. It's terrible. So I was so glad to share it with that, Paul. Okay, Midge Hobbit. Thank you for the super chat. When will you guys be driving the 23Z?
Thank you for the super chat, Midge Hobbit. That's a very interesting. It's Midget Hobbit.
Oh, Midget Hobbit. Yes, you're correct.
Yes.
So it's even smaller than Hobbit.
Yes. A Midget Hobbit. Yes. We will be hopefully driving the new Z. I'm going to say probably by May. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be at the media event. We're going to find out next week.
Okay.
What about if you're ready, I'm ready shirts? That's a good idea.
That is good. Stay tuned for more.
Yes, stay tuned. We got it coming.
On the business end, I mean, come on.
Yes,
so many great ideas.
I know.
So I just
smoke them if you got them.
Yes, all those. Ref Marquez wants to know, what was your favorite car growing up?
My favorite car growing up had to be my dad's 69 Shelby GT350. Yeah. That thing was killer. It was really one of the main cars that made me start loving cars so much. So definitely 69 Shelby GT350. But growing up in the 80s, I mean, Firebirds, Camaros, Corvettes, Ferrari 308s. Those were really amazing. Magnum PI, Corvette, Knight Rider. When did the
F40 come out?
F40 came out in 1988.
So that was one of your your all-time favorite.
Yeah, but as a kid, I really didn't understand. I couldn't wrap my mind around. I was more Countach. Like I had a Countach poster. Yeah, Lamborghini Countach.
We've got some super chats that just rolled in. Jeff B, thank you,
Hey, Jeff.
BMW M5 competition or
CT5? Jeff, the CT5 just speaks to you in a way that the BMW M5 does not. I'm not saying that the M5 competition is not a good performer, because it is.
Yes.
But the CT5e Blackwing, especially with the manual transmission, and I love the seats, the optional seats, and the way that you could personalize them with colors.
Oh, yeah. Well,
it's really killer.
Really beautiful.
Plus, this is it. If you want a car like that, they're going. Bye.
Yeah. So thank you, Jeff.
Yeah,
and
thank you,
Sam
Jeff.
L, thank you. They're upcharging for the Golf R 5K to 15K.
I've heard more.
Yeah, but if you orders one with a deposit, one dealer promises MSRP if they even get one. Can they be trusted?
Listen, what you need to do is that if you order it and if you put a deposit down, they order it specifically for you. See if they will print and have them sign and you sign a purchase order. If you could do that, that really right there helps you out big time.
Yeah, that's good.
So, but I say go for it if they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Because there's not many people doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's for sure.
Jamie Gallo, thank you, Jamie. Love what you do. Keep it up. I'm looking to get the new F-150 two-door short bed with
Nice.
the 5.0. Have you driven one? If so, what do you think?
Not yet. Obviously, I've driven the F-150 with the 5-liter, and it's a great engine. It's going to be interesting to see. Stay tuned. We're going to be bringing it to you for sure.
Okay. All right. We are caught up.
Hey, we got Toyota BZ4X. It went by so fast.
Yeah, that's because it was spam.
Oh.
But now we got 3 more super chats. My goodness.
Wow.
Steven. Thank you so much. Do you think the 4Runner will be updated in 23 as well, or just a Sequoia? Love the updates from Toyota. Looking forward to the new GMC Sierra.
I'm thinking that it is going to get updated as a 2023 model year. I'm hoping that we'll know more by the middle of the year, Steven, but stay tuned because Toyota is bringing it big like a Gatling gun.
They really are.
Kumar, yes, Kumar TV. We are definitely going to have a car meet at Walker Ford,
gathering.
where it's probably going to be in May. So stay tuned for more information. And we are having the giveaways here
too.
on Raity's Ride. Yes.
And if you want to be a part of the virtual giveaways, just put your email.
RaitiesRides.com and put your email in.
And then Midget Hobbit is back.
Yes.
Gas prices about to go up in Russia.
Yes.
With the stuff going on.
You are 100% correct. Unfortunately, in the world we live in, anything that goes on is going to affect.
Somebody sneezes.
Yes, is going to affect those fuel prices. My advice is just hold on and let's see what happens.
Don't panic.
Yes.
Right. Reacting. Frosted Flake. I love
Frosted Flakes.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Hey guys, I had the 1985 Supra Celica. What?
Nice.
I think I had a similar car, but I just didn't have the Supra. I grew up in New York back in the 80s. Also lived in Bensonhurst on 18th Avenue.
Wow.
86. You guys might have been neighbors.
Yeah.
I have a 21 STI.
Nice.
What are your feelings on standard giving away to electric and being far and few?
You know, first of all, thanks for the super chat. Very cool to know somebody that was living so close. And what's funny is my dad's friend and partner at his mechanic shop, Dave, had a 1985 Supra, Celica Supra, black with gray interior. Very cool car. Very cool that you have an STI. It's sad that that's the way that we're going, to be honest with you. And that's why I say get the cars while you can. I know some people have been talking about like, oh, they're not going to have fuel anymore. Listen, Honda has not committed to full electrification until 2030 or 2040. So we at least have then, because if Honda's going to keep making cars that have gas engines, obviously gas is going to have to be made, let alone other companies. Not all car companies like Jaguar and Land Rover are saying that by 2025, they're going to be making full electric vehicles. Plus, you have to remember, there's going to be plenty of regular cars on the road still.
Yeah.
So
yeah, people can't just be stranded. So thank you very much for your super chat on that. And then Young Marcel, we got a lot of super chats. Young Marcel.
Yes, we did.
Thank you. How do you feel about the Chrysler 300 being cut?
To be honest with you, I feel like Chrysler forgot about it years ago. So I wish they would have done something to redesign it. But since they have not, and it's not selling, then it's got to go.
Thank you, Young Marcel.
Yes.
And then 4 more super chats. So Car Stomit, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for that super chat.
WRX CVT GT is at 43K, so it doesn't look appealing. The Golf R is looking really good. Also, what are your thoughts on the Acura Type R?
Well, there is no Acura Type R yet on the table. There's a Honda Type R that's coming, and I'm excited for that.
Yes.
And it is crazy just how close the price is of a Golf R to a WRX GT. I would go with the Golf R in the end, and I would go manual transmission.
Would you really?
What else would I go with?
Well, the WRX. Well,
it's a GT. That only comes with a CVT.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Thanks, but no thanks.
I forgot. Thank you for the question and the super chat.
Thank you for that generous super chat.
And then Jasm, thank you for the super chat. Love the content. Which cars would you say are an all-around zonk? LOL.
You know, it's hard to say. There's not really a terrible car. I do have some not so much favorites. Like, I'm not a big fan of the Chevy Trailblazer. That has a lot of zonks to me. I'm not a big fan of the Nissan Versa, things like that.
Yeah.
But there's not really a ton of bad. I think the biggest zonkmobile for me, and if you have one, I apologize, is the EcoSport, the Ford EcoSport.
That's my zonker. I don't.
You should have seen your face.
Oops, sorry. Was it very obvious how I felt?
You love the EcoSport.
Yeah, but thank you, Jasmine, for the question. Kayla P, Honda CRV or Mazda CX-5?
CX-5.
Twinkie.
Ooh, I like the hashtag. That's a good one.
A great one.
Yes,
Kayla.
that's a good one.
So,
I would go CX-5
because that one has more Twinkie storage.
More Twinkie storage plus more style.
Yeah.
And it just drives better.
I agree.
Yes.
And then Roy, I'm sorry, your message was retracted.
Yes.
It looks like.
Let us know what your question is. Thank you, Roy. You've been really great.
And then Paul from Canada. Wow, thanks, Paul.
Hey, Paul. We really appreciate that, Paul.
Oh, best electric car in your opinion, Paul wants to
Best electric car right now, Paul, has got to be, for me, the EV6 GT line. I think it brings plenty of style, technology, and performance.
Yes, that's a really good. I completely agree.
Yes.
Joshua's here with a super chat. Where is the Cars and Coffee you guys are attending this weekend? Thanks for the great content.
Thanks for the super chat, Joshua. It is at Detail Garage out in Tampa. I believe it's off of Fowler, and it's from 9 to 11 this Saturday. See you there.
I'm so glad you have
Yes.
Thomas Simral. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you again for the super chat, Thomas.
Gosh, you guys, this is really generous. How do I convince my wife that the GT500 is a responsible financial decision? Love the content.
Well, Thomas, as of right now, they go for more used than they do brand new. That's, first
good.
of all.
You could upsell her on the
resale.
value.
Second of all, you could tell her that, listen, this is an iconic car that is not going to be around forever.
That's true. That's
so,
good.
And
so now
if you have kids or eventually going to have kids, what a wonderful hobby to share with your children.
Wow.
Going to car shows or say, hey, let's go outside with dad and polish up the ride and go for a spin. Things like that.
That's pretty good, Thomas.
Or also promise that you will buy the groceries, pick up the groceries for the rest of your life in the GT500. It's got plenty of storage space.
That's true. That's good.
Yeah.
Able TV Games, thank you. I'm curious what Joe and Lori drives. Well, I drive the Mini Cooper S convertible. That's
yes. And then my daily is my Subaru WRX STI Type RA. And then in the garage, we have the Shelby GT350R and the Camaro Z01 1LE.
Those are our two babies.
Yes, those are our two babies.
They're fraternal twins.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Okay, this is it. The last one, Modern Relic.
Yes.
Do you really eat all that junk food you always talk about?
Sometimes. I don't think we eat it as much as people think we do, but I definitely love my junk food. I definitely love my sweets. I mean, we went
Twizzlers.
Lori's mother, well, I should say my mother-in-law, who might be watching, Kathy. Hi, Kathy, from St. Louis, Missouri.
It's cold there.
We took her to this amazing ice cream place in Dunedin that is Dunedin, Florida. It's called Strachan's. It's homemade ice cream.
Single batch.
Oh my God.
Batch.
I could eat that and a box of Twinkies in a heartbeat every day of my life.
Yes. Well, guys.
Yes, sir, says Joe's jacked. He ain't eating no Twinkies.
We work out a lot.
We do work out a lot. It's everything in moderation. Yes.
Well, guys.
But thank you. We actually went a little bit over tonight, but it was worth it because you guys are worth it. We didn't see you last month. We are so glad to have you this month, and we are scheduling a live Q&A for March. Like I said, go to ratiesrise.com to register your email, because once we hit 750K, which we're almost there, we're at 734,000 subscribers. When we hit 750K, we're having a massive giveaway. And in May, we are going to be having a Walker Ford car gathering. So stay tuned for that here in Clearwater, Florida. But it's been great tonight. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Should I do my sign off like this?
Please don't. Please don't. I'll give you 5 Twinkies.
Okay. But thank you guys for spending the night with us. Thank you for all the people that super chatted, the people that ask questions. And of course, Jacob for locking down and keeping the spam to a minimum. We can't do it without all of you. And we love all of you. And just like always, guys, we'll see you on the next ride. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
See ya.